Hey guys, Taps here. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm so excited about the video I'm going to be sharing with you today because I'll be sharing with you in this video a simple hack that would help you clone any sales page, any landing page online, and then you can bring them into your WordPress website. Super simple, super easy, without any software. That's not even it, because you'll not be using any paid tool. The good thing about this thing again is that Google will never be able to tell that you copied any website. So it's super safe. You would not be penalized for duplicate content, and it will be almost impossible for the owner of the website to find out that you have copied his website. This is not my first attempt at trying to educate people around how to clone a website online. I've had one or two videos on my YouTube channel initially. As you can see here, this is my first video I did on how to copy any website and clone them into a WordPress theme. Literally, this video has 18k views in the last 3 months, and it has taught a lot of people, thousands of people out there, how to easily clone any HTML website or any website at all out there, and then they can turn it into a WordPress theme. Unfortunately, the tool that you will use to convert this to a theme is a paid tool, about $20 thereabout for you to convert. So I've got some people frown at that, and I've got a lot of people say that the tool isn't working at the time at some point, but some are getting it to work, some cannot. I want to believe the site is not always available for use. So whatever the case is, I don't know, because I really don't use the site. The last time I checked, it wasn't working as well, but after that, some people have been able to get it to work. I also have another video here that says how to clone any website online without any software. There's a website you will use in this video that will just copy any website at all into your local PC as an HTML site that you can upload directly into your hosting account, and that same website would be live. The not too good part of this video is that you will need to edit the video in HTML unless you can convert the HTML to WordPress, just like I taught in this video. But in this video, I want to bring in a solution, a simple hack that I use that would help you clone any website out there into WordPress without hassle, free of charge. You have this load on your WordPress website. If this is something you are super excited about, let's get started into this tutorial immediately. Okay, so there's a website here, Matt. I just picked this website at random. Matt is someone I love. He's doing well on YouTube. I'm not advertising Matt here, so that's not the reason. I only just want to use this website for test tutorial. Before I continue this video, this is where I get to mention this, that this video is strictly for educational purposes alone. I'm not encouraging you to go online and clone anybody's website, not even my past website, not even my website, because it is illegal. It is not something very right for you to do. I'm only doing this tutorial to show you what's possible, what you can do online. So be very, very, very civil, be very, very careful. Let's check out this landing page here. Super easy, super simple, nothing much. Let's see how we can clone this literally and bring this into our WordPress website. I know you must be wondering, what's the simple way, what's the simple hack that can bring this website like this into my WordPress website for me within split seconds? My response will be that, have you thought of displaying a rendered image before on your WordPress? Think about it. Take a pause. Before you think that idea is stupid, is lame, is crazy, let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. I know you may be wondering again, how do I get the buttons to work if they are images? How do I get these to work? You just wait and let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So ideally, if I want to just run a marathon, I can just give you an idea of what I'm talking about. I can copy this URL here, and I can come to a tool called SiteShot, site-shot.com. I can paste this URL here. I like this website because it gives me several options. I want to make this full size. And the good thing about it is that you can play around with the resolution. You can increase the resolution to have something super sharp, but I'll leave it as is, and then let me take a shot of that site. You can see the tool is already generating the website screenshot, and it will be ready in some few more seconds. So okay, we can see that this tool has been able to help us generate a screenshot of the entire website, and this is coming out very good for us to use here. So if you come down here, you should be able to download this image into your computer, and then we can come to any WordPress website. This is a website I want to use for test purpose, and then I can just come to pages. I can come to add new, and I already have Elementor installed on this WordPress, so that will be the tool I'll be using. I can just call this matpa. Okay, I love to publish my page first before going into Elementor. Page published, then let's edit with Elementor. Elementor is ready. You can see I have my menu here, so I would want to change that. I also have my footer here. I would want to take that away as well. So I can easily just come to this settings button here and then change the page layout. I will change this to Elementor canvas. If I do that, I would see that I would have a plain canvas, and exactly what we want. So when I come to the button here, I can create a structure. This is good. Before I do anything, I'll have to make sure I make this full width, and let's stretch. It might not even work, so let's leave this, and then I can then add this as an image, add an image to this, and then I try to change my image, and then I upload our snipped image into WordPress. Okay, we have our image here, so I can insert this media, and then boom, we have that snipped website displaying on our page already. So let me show you. Okay, so you can see this is not displaying well, it's not showing full screen. So I can scroll down and then see that we have this website installed correctly. So we can change, make this place full width so that it look exactly what it is on the live website. So now the question still comes down to, how do I get this button to work? How do I make changes? I don't want matpa. I want to change matpa to my name. I want to get so many things done. If you are asking that question, you are asking the right question. So let me show you how to get that done. Two ways we will be getting to make some of the changes. We'll be making some changes on matpa's website, and we'll be making some changes here inside Elementor to give us something perfect. So let's get started with matpa. So here we can make some changes on matpa. I know it sounds very awkward, but yeah, you can make some changes to this live website to display exactly what you want. So let's say, let me close this one here. Okay, so I have this website here. So let's say I want to change this from matpa to my name here, and I want to change this image, or maybe I want to leave that, and I want to just change things around here. What we can do to make some changes on this website in our browser, not on the live website, is for us to right click on the page and come to our inspect tool. I know you must be wondering, don't worry, we're not going into any code, we're not touching any code, we're not doing anything literally on this page. I really don't do anything code. I am not a programmer, so I need to let you know that. So you want to just come here and hit this little arrow element to select element, and once you hit that button, you can come to the live page right now. And you can see that every item here can be highlighted. So it means that we can make changes to those elements. So for example, I want to change matpa to I am dapps. So I would have to click this. If I click this, I would see that the element that is rendering matpa here would show on my far right. So as you can see here, this is the Elementor heading title matpa. So this website, this page was designed with Elementor, so you can see. And then I can double click matpa. So when I double click it, it will highlight it. Then I can make changes to it. So I can delete matpa and then write I am dapps. Okay, so once I'm done with that, I can then hit the enter button. So you can see I can still go around and still check all the elements here to change. Instead of attend free training, I might want to say get instant access, for example. So if I click this, you can see attend free training here. So I will double click this and then I can control A and then say get instant access, and then I hit the enter button. So you can see I've made that changes to that site. I can change the image as well if I want to do so many things. So for example, let's say we want to change this image here. You can see that we will see the URL that is loading this image here. So we can just go around online. If you have an image you want to use on your laptop, on your desktop, on your system, you may need to upload it onto any live website, maybe any website you own, and then copy the URL. But I think I would just want to come here. Let me exit to dashboard in another tab. So let me come to my media, let me come to library. I just want to look for any image that I can change that with. Okay, let me check this image here. It will stay. So let me copy this image here, and then we can come back to matpa here, and then let's double click on this image here. Okay, so we can copy this image. You want to be very careful. You start with where the HTTPS starts and look for where the JPEG or PNG or whatever ends. So this is where it ends, and then I can just replace that. And once I do that, I can hit the enter button. So you can see that the image has changed on this website. So I can go on and make changes here and there. I can still come down here. Instead of the training again here, I can change this to get instant access, or I can make changes here and there as I want to. So I can change this. So attend free training here. I can change this. I can say join dapps. I can control A that and then do join dapps today, right? And then I can hit my enter button. So you can see that, and I can go on and on and on and change this image, change the words, the text, and all those things. And then once I am done with this, I don't want to waste so much time just trying to show you this. You can just close this inspect tool, and you can see that I have my changes on this site. I want to let you know that these changes are not on the actual live website. These changes are just temporal changes on your browser. If I refresh this page right now, these changes would go. So what I want to do right now is that I want to now manually snip out these website one after the other. I would use I'm using a Windows laptop here, so I will be using my snipping tools on Windows to snip the entire website one after the other, and that's where the hard work really comes in. I want you to just take your time to do this. Okay, before I snip this, I don't want to capture the menu and the logo here because it's not useful for me. If it is for you, you can do that. We'll be creating another menu already in Elementor, and I think I did told you that earlier that we'll be making some changes also in Elementor. So I want to pass that, and then I want to use my Windows snipping tool to just snip this page. I can snip this. Okay. All right, so I can save this. I can just call this mat1. All right, so I'll have to come down here and continue my snipping. One of the guide I will give you for snipping is that make sure you snip each element independently. And as a matter of fact, the more you can break the elements, the more it will help you to customize your website. And I'll show you that eventually as we continue. But right now you can see that the element here is not complete, so I would not snip the entire screen. I will just snip this element alone. So with my snipping tool again, I can just easily just snip this. I can save this as mat2. Then I come up here as well. So this is what I would do. Just follow me as I snip the entire site. Okay, great. I've been able to snip this up until here. I will leave this footer and then this is good. So we've been able to snip this. I have 5 snips for this. So let's come to our Elementor page and let's delete this entirely. And then let's continue with our image like we did earlier. Let's make this full width. And then let's bring in an image into this. So we'll continue like that. Okay, so what I'll do here is that I'll upload my images. So I'm uploading my images into WordPress already. Okay, so my images are done. So I'll bring this in here. First image. So you see that I have this beautiful, and then I can make this full width, and then I can duplicate this page here. Right now I'll change this image to the next image. That should be this, if I'm not mistaken, mat2. Okay, and then I can duplicate this as well, and then bring in the third image, which will be mat3. Okay, and as well I can duplicate these two, and then I can change this to my next image, which is mat4. I can duplicate this and then change this to mat5, which is the last one. Okay, so let's look at what we have. So I legitimately have exactly what I changed previously in the last page down here. So we want to maybe bring in a menu and a footer and redesign that. We also want to put in make these buttons clickable. Okay, so those are the things we need to still do right now for this to be complete. So our page here, let's update this page first. Let's open this page in a new tab. Okay, so this is what this site looks like right now. Let me also come back here. Let me exit to dashboard. The default Elementor page builder may not be able to give you a perfect header and footer, so I might need to install a plugin. Let me come to add new. Let me search for element kits. So element kit, Elementor add-on header and footer. You can install this plugin. It's a fantastic plugin. Currently is having 400,000 active installation. So let's come back to our page. Let's come to all pages. Let's edit this page with Elementor. Okay, so now let's try to add new element here. So there's now a position for element kit here. So let's click this. Okay, I think the hosting I'm using on this site is restricting me. Let me try another website. Okay, so let's use another site entirely to do this. I'm not sure that site would work. The hosting I'm using on my initial website would frown at calling external resources, so element kit might not work. Let me try that here. Let's activate Elementor. It says Elementor is not active. All right, so this is done. So let's create a new page. Add new. Let's call this matpa, and let's publish this. Let's edit this with Elementor. Okay, let's change the settings of this page from default to Elementor canvas. Okay, so let's hit element kit. Let's come to sections. We don't want to do pages, so we can just search for heading. So what we have on that side is something closely related to what we have here. So let's just use this one is premium. Let's just go with the first one here. Okay, let's insert this into our page. All right, so let me select my primary menu on my website, and let's just assume that this menu here is the same thing as what we have on Matpa. So I really don't have the time to start creating a new menu. Okay, so we want to replicate this. There's a top bar here, there's a menu, and then this. There's a tool that I use that can help us inspect what's going on the site and give us accurate description of the images and everything happening here. So the tool I use here is Visual Inspector. It's a Chrome extension. You can install that for you to inspect sites. So this would give me an idea of what's going on here, the images. So okay, so as you can see now, for this image here, it will most likely be this. So I can pick this image. So I can come back here, and then for our website, let me see if I can. Okay, so you can see that I have the same color now here, which is good. I may want to still come back here to inspect this color here. So the color up there should be black, and is black 000. So let's come here and let's make this black 000. Okay, good. So we are getting there to get this. So what we have here are white colors for the menu. We can do all those settings. You can change those things here. I just want to show you that you can redesign all of this inside Elementor. I don't want to waste so much time with this. Sincerely, I'm trying not to. So this is getting closer to what we have on Matpa. So you can add more spacing to it to make it look more like this, change the front and all those things. So you can see how easy it is. I can change the logo to Matpa or to whatever logo I want, and then copy this same exact stuff, bring them to my header here and remove this. I can do all of that just to design my header. So headers are just very something very easy for you to design like this. So I will want to bring in my images. Okay, I have the images here already, so let's bring the image here. Okay, so this is where I want to close the gap in between both. So if I open this so you can see the gap, I have to come to my advanced here and just do like -20 or 200 is crazy. Okay, more like it. All right, so you can see, except for the small space we have here, so we can still edit. We can hit the section, edit section, and then come to the column width is full. We can come to column gap. We can say no gap. Okay, that's full now. Overflow hidden default. So we have this full now. So this is good. And then let's continue bringing other images. Okay, so let's see what this website looks like right now. Yeah, so we have the header here. Okay, and we can also create a footer like we did for the header as well. I wouldn't want to waste time creating that footer. So now the next thing we want to go into right now to finish up this is our buttons. You realize that for this image right now, how can I get this image? Come here with this image, we can link this image with a custom URL to anywhere we want this button to go, and that makes it a little bit not perfect because the entire image will be clickable as instead of the button. And that still shows that you can still play around with this. You can still edit it into smaller elements instead of one element. So imagine if this picture now are two images entirely, or even three like this. So we can design a new button here. Let me show you what that may look like real quick. So let's say, for example, here, this right now, let me use this for test purpose. Instead of making this one image, I would rather make this three images. So this title will be one image, this picture will be one image, this text here will be another image. Then I can make this button my fourth image, or I would create a new button in Elementor. So let me show you how we can do that real quick here on the live website. So we have saved that into 4 different elements. So let's try to bring that here. Well, why am I having this twice? I'll delete this image entirely. Okay, so now I'll bring in an inner section instead of an image. Let me bring in another inner section again. Okay, so for this, let me delete one of this, so this becomes one. So let's make this, so let's bring in our images. Let's choose an image and bring in our snipping images. Okay, so let's bring in part one here. So okay, I have my image here. It's almost the same thing what I have on top, so I'm going to leave that as is. And then we want to bring in this image here, so let's do image, and then let's put this here, and then let's bring in the laptop. Okay, you might need to make this bigger. Let's make it full. Let's see, I might just have to make this full screen. Okay, column gap, no gap. All right, so it's almost the same thing as what we have here. So here I might just bring in an image as well, and then I bring in our text, more like this. All right, and then I can bring in my image as the button, or just create a button inside Elementor. So either way. So I can come here and just do button, but I would advise that you just bring in button from Elementor, so you can design the button. You can put in maybe a flow. You can bring in an animation into the button. So we can use the inspect tool to check the exact color of this button, and then change the button accordingly. But I'll just do something random. I don't have the time right now. Okay, so let me do something like this. Let me leave this. I can still come here to put some animation, so motion effects. I can change this to fading. No, fading is not giving me something I like. I can do zoom in. Okay, so the animation is good. And then you can see that we have the same. Okay, this image is smaller. We can increase the size of this image into, let's just make it full. And I believe that if I crop this image, it will make it bigger. I think I have left so many. I copied a lot of space in between, so that's why it's not displaying so much big. So that can be done by editing the image itself. So if I come to the image and I can edit this image here. Okay, so I want to just crop this image. So this is what I would do here. So I can do this here and do this here, something like this, and then I can hit the crop button. Okay, I can save this image. I can insert this image. This may not display correctly right now. We might need to save the page so that the database will readjust to the image. So we can still improve on the size. We can crop it. We can use custom, but I don't want to waste so much time doing that. That's not much of a big deal. So let's update this page. Let's view this page. So you can see that our picture is now big like it should. So let's open. So this is what our new page looks like. This is good. So you can see that I can animate my button here. I can add it, I can centralize it, I can put space in between this and this element so that there's a lot of space in here. So there's a lot of things I can still do to improve this, and also I can do the same thing for this as well. But for this, I can just add the link to the image, and anybody that wants to go here will go there as well. So you can see this is how easy it is for us to just clone somebody's landing page and then re-edit it into yours and bring it into your website and just walk around with things. So anybody that clicks this, if you had a link to this, and you can walk around with our menu and the likes like that. So I believe this tutorial has been able to help you to show what's possible, what you can do. But the last thing I want to show you right now is if anybody comes to this site right now and just right click, you would see if they want to try to copy your text, you see it would show that it's an image. And once they right click it, they'll be able to save it as image. So they would know by coming to your site to right click to know that this is an image. One of the things you can do on your site right now for people never to know that what you have is an image is for you to lock right click on your website. So you have to lock it. Another thing we also need to do for SEO purpose is that we need to add alt text for all the keywords on the image, so that the image so that this can be found. Like I said, Google will not even be able to know that you copied an entire website. The downside to this style is just that you may find it very difficult to rank this page, because Google may find it very difficult to know, but there's still some hacks around how I can show you what you can do around that. Most of the search you'll be getting, traffic you might be getting from Google for a page like this would be through image, because majority of what we have on this site are images. So the good thing is that you can add more elements, you can bring in new stuff from Elementor to add some real keywords to your website, to put a balance between the image and add some natural text with Elementor or with any page builder to give it the feel. And with a tool like Visual Inspect, you should be able to just get all the font and the sizes correct and accurate. So let me show you the hack that we can still use around this. Okay, we'll get to the plugin that will help us lock the right click. But for the images, so for example, let's say what we want to rank this image for is the keyword matpa. So I can come to the image itself. I'll make sure I put matpa here as the alternate text, so Google knows that what I'm talking about in that image is matpa. Yeah, so I can also still put some keyword in my description and also my title for Google to know more about what the image is talking about. So that will help you rank. But you may not be able to put as much text as possible as you may like. So you may just want to copy all the text in here. Okay, this is the live website, the cloned website itself. So you may just want to copy all the text in here, copy it, and then come back to Elementor here and just put the text as a description, so for Google to know more about the image, and then you can insert your image. So that's it. So the picture and the image have been sent to Google. So that will give you an hack for SEO purpose. So you want to do this. So if you're putting the same text on the live website as matpa.com, Google might be able to figure out that you clone the exact website as duplicate content, because your text, all the text on this site is matching yours. So you want to make sure that you have changed all the text here before you put them into your description for Google to know what your image is talking about. So that's it. That's how to be safe. And then once you are done, you can update the page. But I don't want to do that right now. Let's exit to dashboard. Let's leave this page, and let's just go look for a plugin that will stop that right click on your WordPress site. So nobody will be able to do any right click. Nobody will be able to tell that what you have on your website are just share images. snipped into the site. So let's come to plugins, let's come to add new, and then we can just search for any random plugin on disable, right click. It's been a long time I use a plugin like this, so I really don't know which is the best and which would work fine, but you can just experiment with as much plugin as you can. Okay, so since the first result here is having 20,000 active install and the next one is just having 1,000, so let's go with this one. Let's install this and also activate the plugin. So that might be pretty much everything we need to do for us to figure out for us to lock our right click, but we will not be able to check that here. Let me copy this URL and let me open this in an incognito window. Because I'm signed in here, right click would still work for me. So I paste the link in here and then I search. I hit the enter button and let's load the URL. Okay, so website loaded well, but if I scroll down right now, I come to the page, so you can see right click is disabled. But again, you might need to look for a plugin that will give you an option for you to be able to customize the text. I have gone to some websites that you go there, you want to right click, they will tell you, sorry, you cannot copy our content. If you try to copy our content, the DCMA will pull down your website and all this kind of stuff to make it more professional. Instead of just right click is disabled, it's saying. I don't know if it has options for that, but let's check. Okay, plugin doesn't even have. Let's come to settings, disable right click for WP. Unfortunately there's no setting for us to customize the text. Okay, show messages on disabled event. Okay, we can just turn this off and then save settings. Maybe that will take away that notification, because the last time I used a plugin like this, I just turned off every notification. You just realize that you try to right click, you cannot right click, and that's good enough for me at the time. So you can just check around to know what's good and what's working for you. So that's it. That's the simple hack for you to be able to clone any website at all online. Like I told you, the more you are intentional about it, the more you can make your website look as live as possible. You can animate even your text, you can animate your images. Maybe you should even try that. So you can animate your images, animate your text, let it pop, so that nobody can tell that these are images. They just feel that this is an actual real life website, but in reality they are images, and people will not be able to tell. I think I should edit this with Elementor. Let's open that in another tab and let's try to put some animations to the images, to the text, to make them look more beautiful and than just being static. So the more the hard work you put into it, the more you can make your website more intuitive and interactive. So snip them into smaller images, into sections, and create them in your page builder and bring them in one after the other. That will be able to help you. So for this image right now, we can come to style and let's come to advanced. Let's come to motion effect. And we can bounce in from left, so you can see that that's super cool. So for this we can edit this as well and put some animations. So let's come to motion effect. Let's just zoom, fading up. Okay, so you can see that. So for this now, I want to put some space So I can come here. Oh, sorry for that. I can come to my advanced tool here. I can just give this maybe a 60 pixel space. Oh, I'm doing 600. 60 is good. So I can delete this one altogether since we have replaced this. Okay, maybe I can increase this to 80 if that will not be too much. All right, so let's update this page and let's see what our animation on our images would look like. You'd see that. Let's refresh still so that we can see the animation. You can see that. So that is beautiful, and you can see that even the live website right now. So let's reload Matt Parr's website. So we'll see that he also has some animations for some of the stuff he has done here. Okay, so we are done with that. So you can see some animations. You can see this is bouncing. So if you're able to snip this one after the other, you can put all these animations into your images and your website would pop. And anybody that comes here will not be able to right click or do anything or even know that these are just images and they are not real text. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If this video has been useful to you, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this YouTube channel because I take time to upload awesome contents like this that can help you. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any issues. Let me know if there are more videos you want to see or if there is something else you want me to do to help you make this better. I might just be jumping on the video. And that's my time right now. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.